Hello and welcome to a new kind of video of mine. This will be a project vlog and where I take you along with me to reknit a project. First of all, you will know from my latest Vlogmas videos that I had some issues with my editing program, and now I am on a new one on my laptop, and it's very new, so I don't know. I have to learn very much because the program is able to do lots more stuff than my old one. What's very cool, that's very cool, but obviously it's a little bit more complicated, but I think I will get used to it. And I have two ideas, no Vlogmas anymore, but I will finish this vlog video about project vlog, and I will film a new podcast episode. So one big video where I only film one section and can get used to where I cut, where I can put in B-roll and something like this, and then I could edit, if it worked, the project vlog. But I filmed the last month or 2 months some videos, but I lost because I deleted lots of my film things, and on my phone because there's not enough capacity, so I could re-delete kinda so get out of the bin my snippets, but I couldn't find the first one where I talked about this video or this project. It's now later on, we have the 22nd of December, and this will be the intro for this video, and I think the first, so time-wise, first snippets of the video you will see after this intro is the one where I tried on the old vest. Why would I reknit a vest I already knitted? The Bifurca Vest is a pattern by Titi Lutzak, and it's a beautiful vest with I will blend you in a picture of the pattern, with a color work motif all around, and it's a very interesting construction. And I don't know when I finished my first one, but it's more than it's a year ago, I think, a little bit more than a year. And after it I haven't worn it that often, a few times, but I had a fitting issue because the upper part fall over my shoulders every time I've worn it. So because of the deep collar construction and a little bit more on a looser fit, it wasn't wearable. Obviously you could wear it, but I think you know it. When there are some fitting issues, you tend to grab other stuff to wear for the day. And I made it out of the main color is Loch Lomond, or the main yarn, by BC Yarn, and I got this yarn at Wollin Berlin in August 2024, and the contrast color is Isaga Jensen yarn, and this was the leftovers yarn from my field slipover. And yeah, this is very nice because I worked on another field slip over for my mother these days. I finished it. So that's the yarn. And I swatched for it. I know that we were on vacation when I started the project, but I think I swatched on wooden needles and cast it on metal needles. Obviously my gauge changed and I haven't measured in the end, and it doesn't look odd or something like this. It was only because of this interesting construction. The fit wasn't that practicable. So and yeah, you will see that I have measured yeah, my gauge on the old one to figure out what to do for the new one. So the plan was to have a look where are the issues and where can I make changes. And I think maybe that's all you need for the intro, because all the the other informations will come in the next videos. Yeah, so yeah, a little bit more of a I don't know if it's I don't see lots of things like this. So I have seen in other podcasts people who try to fix some fitting issues on, so reknit a sleeve or a collar or something like this. But and I thought about it to buy some new yarn and to give this already finished vest to another person, but I don't want to buy new yarn. I like the yarn, I like the color combo, and I have the yarn already. And yeah, it's not a production I am doing, so I thought, no, I will fix this project, and if it means I need to rip back all, then I have to rip back all. Yeah, so I hope you can enjoy the next parts of this video, and we will definitely see us again. And yeah, while editing I have to see if there is missing some parts in between, so maybe it's a little bit of a yeah, of a different vlog style. Yeah, okay, so let's start. Hi y'all. I thought I could show you my Bifurca Vest worn. So we can check on why I have to reknit it. Yeah, of course I am wearing a fitted long sleeve, and this is the style to wear your summer knits in autumn, fall and winter. This is a bralette pattern, sugar boo bralette it's called, but I made it off gauge and I'm wearing it as a what's the name of a top. Tank is like more of a wider, yeah, you know what I mean. I'm using it as a garment, not as underwear. Okay, I told you Bifurca Vest by Titi's Knit, and sorry for the light situation. And this is it, and this is what I told you is made in the round with these kind of raglan increases on 4 points. So it's the same on this part here, and depending on the size you are working these kinds of rounds. I'm not sure, maybe I will leave them away. There are some, it's not that easy to see in the light, some pearl rows, So maybe I would prefer only to have the per rows, not the 1x1 color work. But yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't had a look in the pattern, but after you have worked the big yoke thing in the round, you are working the side panels, I think so, with short rows. So yeah, this kind of panels to connect both sides. Yeah, so, and then in the end you are working the ribbing. It's a longer ribbing, you can see, and the contrasting color, and the ribbing on the sleeves. Okay, I will show you. I'm not sure where is the back and where the front, but it's not a fit thing, it's only a thing where I changed my rounds in the color work part. Okay, very beautiful work. I love the design, but one part is you can see the big, yeah, kind of sloppy sleeves, and they are quite deep, and I will go a little bit away. So it's not that much of positive ease. I can measure the finished garment and my bust circumference at the moment, but I think it has to be more fitted, or to be a smaller, yeah, yoke. So yeah, maybe I need a button or something. No, yeah, but this is the problem. I am losing the, yeah, kind of sleeve, so it's sleeveless, but yeah, so here is a lot of room, and I think it was you are choosing your own point where you are starting the sleeve hole. So this part is worked side by side while working short rows, and I could have started it or make it longer to have a smaller sleeve or armhole, sorry. So maybe I have to do this, and I like the deep color, but I'm not sure if it will help. Yeah, the design is for a deep color, so I can't change this. Yeah, so I will rib it back, and first I will take some notes of the measurements, and here is too much fabric. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's too wide, so I have to change this part to be some sizes smaller. So yeah, like yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, so I will take this off and we'll put it down to measure it. Yeah, you can't see. I will try to switch the camera setting, but first I thought, oh, that's my battery. I thought I could measure my bust circumference on the widest point. So I'm at 106 centimeters. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was near 100 or near 110 centimeters. So that's also interesting for another project I would like to make. And oh, would be better with this light too. And then I will grab my book and my pen and will measure the vest. I'm very sorry about the weird angle, but it's the best to have the phone so you can see this kind of place. So I will write down the title. Yeah, I wrote down the numbers I measured, so I have to take them by 2. Take them. Yeah, you know what I'm meaning. Yeah, I think this is the interesting part. This part, because it's too wide, and the circumference, or maybe I could check where I started the short rows. So the depth of the armhole. So this is the part I will have. Yeah, okay. Let's see how we can fix it. Okay, I did the ribbing, so if you can tell, it's very a hard ball because I tried to stretch the yarn. And now I have a slip over without a ribbing, and now it would be interesting to see how the construction have worked. I'm not pretty sure, but I found one end and I think we will find another one. So on the side panels there are no stitches because the stitches are lying in this direction. So the live stitches are only on the fronts, so I will try to find this end. I'm not sure how much time went through or by, but I'm not that far. This is the vest and this is the part under the arms, and I unraveled or unpicked a part where I thought it was grafted together, but now I am at the part where it's really grafted together. So I don't know if it was a little bit what's the term for, it wasn't necessary, because I remember, when I'm remembering right out of the pattern, there are only the parts under the arms where you're grafting together, and so maybe I undid a cast on edge. Yeah, maybe the other side is together still. Yes, so I will try to undo this part first. So, but I am learning or remembering a lot about the construction, so yeah, a lot of yarn ends to unpick because of the weird construction, and a lot of yeah, here are some noodles. Okay, a little bit of a later checkup. Same day as I frogged the Bifurca Vest, and yeah, obviously I had lots of time today, and I thought maybe I will. Sorry about the camera, but I don't want to stack it on something else because I'm tired and I only want to show you what I've done on my Bifurca Vest. I frogged all of it, and then I started over because I thought, like the second sock syndrome, when I'm not starting now, I won't in the next days or weeks, and it's easier to work on a whip than to make a new cast on. And it's good because it's a little bit addicting. I worked the Bifurca Vest before on a 4mm needle. I only had in my notes a 4mm needle, so I think I went down for the ribbing to a 3.5mm needle or a 3mm needle. I'm not that sure, but when I've worked on a 3mm needle, then it would have been a metal one, so a little bit looser than on a wooden one. So I'm now working on 3mm wooden needles, and I worked the light. I worked the 1x1 ribbing. It's a twisted rib with this needle, and then I also worked the color, or I'm working the color work section on the 3mm. I think now at this moment I could measure again, so maybe I would do this. Wait a moment. Okay, the pattern asks for 23 stitch gauge, and I'm now at a gauge from 22 to 23 stitches. So I think it will work on this gauge, and then I will swap when I'm working stockinette to a 3.5mm needle. Because I don't want to have a big difference, but I think it might be also a little bit better when I am working the stockinette part a little bit tighter. But there are lots of points where I can change the pattern that I don't have that much fabric I had before. So not perfectly 23 stitches, but I'm near at, and I think this will work. So the yoke will be smaller, and then I could adjust the pattern. So ribbing is done. Sorry about the light. So ribbing is done, and I've started the first full 3 rounds, and I started the 4th of the color work. It's a color work where you always have to have a look on the chart. It's a little bit difficult because of the construction, but I will work on it. Yeah, I have the days off until, so 3 more days, and I think it would be very nice to have this color work part finished before I went to my next working trip, but if not, there's no rush. Okay, yeah, that's all. Hey, I thought I finished my neck part of the Bifurca Vest. As you can tell, I stopped here. I didn't work any color work rounds after finishing the color work chart, and so I shortened it this way shorter, about 4 centimeters or something like this. So I thought maybe, sorry, my cat's a little bit hungry at the moment, so they are doing everything to get my attention. Okay, so it's shorter, so the V isn't that deep. I think it looks very nice, and I'm a little bit unsure if it's okay to stop here. So there will be only the shaping under the arms. So yeah, maybe I need to try, because I can do it how far I would like to have it, and then I will have the ribbing for the armholes. But I think maybe maybe it should be a little bit wider. I will try this. Okay, same kind of motif, but I am wearing my whip, my Bifurca, and if you can tell, I closed the underarm parts on both sides, and it's definitely tighter. It's a tight thing, and you can see it with this kind of collar, because it's not that it's a little bit more rounded, but I think I like it, and it will block out or loose up a little bit when I am pulling it over my breast, so there isn't that much stretch. It's a little bit more like a rectangular collar. And I did a lot of modifications to get these kind of armhole. I will work now ribbing and end with a contrast color, but I think it's very nice. I won't go into the details what I did. When you're interested, please ask, but I won't give too much away from the paid for pattern, and it's a very specific modification what I did for my sizing and my preference. So I think the kind of vest will be a little bit different to the original, and I love the original, but it wasn't that good for my type of body, or my body type. So you can see here I started to shaping the armhole, and because I shortened, or I made the whole thing a little bit tighter, it's also way more cropped. So I think my last color work section ended at this point. So I think I will do some stockinette before I will start the ribbing in the rounds, on this part. So some length without ribbing, because I think it will be nice. Oh, only ribbing? No, I think a little bit of stockinette and then the ribbing, so that the ribbing starts under my breast. But I'm very happy. I was worried about if it's too small or too tight, or but now, as I'm wearing it the first time, I love it, and I think the stunning color work will pop out at its best. Okay, I filmed the intro and now I can talk about where I'm at. And I put this project on pause because I would like to finish my gift knit and things first in December. And I finished the field slip over 2 days ago or something like this. I'm not sure about the days, but and then I grabbed my secret test knit I have to knit on, and I got I got some progress on it, and I think I could work on it now more frequently, and then I thought, okay, I will pick up my Bifurca vest again, because the part that was left to do isn't that complicated, and it's a nice project for mindless knitting. So it would be nice if I had have had a look where the last video ended. I don't know. It will be a surprise while editing. But where I'm at now, I think I filmed after I joined in the round, or maybe after I finished it. So the part. And I think I filmed how it fits, so much tighter, and it ends more right on my bust, or my widest point of my bust. And yeah, so what I thought I will do, or what I did, is to pick up the stitches to knit in the round to get the length I would like to have. And for a I thought about it, if it's a design feature or more a fitting feature what I did, but I worked some stockinette. So the pattern calls for ribbing right after this point, but obviously I changed some things and it's not the same dimensions anymore. So I this is, oh sorry, this is where I ended with the color work section, or the construction section, the pattern. And after it, the pattern calls for ribbing. And what I did is that I worked some stockinette before I started the ribbing. And I think it's around 5 centimeters, or and I thought it is a nice portion, or in a nice proportion to the rest of the vest. And now I'm working rounds and rounds of twisted rib. So it take some time to knit this long part of ribbing, but it's mindless, it's easy, I don't have to think about anything. I will stop when it's long enough, and then I will work the contrast bind off, and then I only need to weave in the ends. And I think it's very nice. So I'm very happy about it. And one reason why I picked it up and not only working on my test knit right now, one was because I needed a mindless knit for I was at an event, and the other one is that I thought, oh, maybe I could finish it for the 25th of December for my family dinner, Christmas come together, or get together. And it's possible. It's not that much left to do, but I will see how much time I won't stress myself, because I have lots of beautiful other stuff to wear. But when I finished the field slip over, my feeling was that I haven't finished a garment since a long time. I have to check it, I don't know. I forgot what the last garment I knitted before the slip over was. So there were lots of socks and some kids stuff. The obsidian sweater. So it's not that long away or far away in the past that I finished a garment, but I knitted a lot in the last month, and my feeling was, oh, I only get this small kind of project, the slip over, done So it's a little bit weird what the thoughts or the logic in your own head. But now where I've knitted on the test knit and on this, and I have had a look on my Dagmar, I thought, oh, okay, these are all projects I've been not only started them, I'm far in the project. So at this one I'm nearly finished. The Dagmar and the test knit are kind of halfway. No, the Dagmar is a little bit less than half, but yeah. So I think there will be the next month of finishing up some of my whips, and yeah, that's very nice. So I could clear up my needles a little bit more before I will start my beautiful other things. Okay, that's more of a talk I thought I could keep for the podcast, but this vlog will obviously be out after the podcast, so it's not necessary to separate the content. So Bifurca Vest, I think we only will check in after it's finished, because I only need to work the ribbing and it's not that interesting. But I will try to remember to film a part where when I finished it before blocking and then after blocking. So because of this construction there are some harsh folds or lines, and I think these will block out beautifully to a whole fabric and not only the separate. Hey, I would like to round up or to end my project vlog with the Bifurca Vest, and I was watching some videos right now, and now the sun is a little bit behind my wall, so when I'm taking my head back you will see that it shines into my face. But I think now we have the very rare days of a very nice and beautiful light. It's very cold outside, so we have -7 degrees today, or maybe now a little bit more because the sun was out for a few hours. And yeah, it's the 26th of December, and yeah, I used what would I like to say? Maybe that I was knitting the day I was outside in the morning, and now I'm trying to get a little bit progress on my test knit. So that's yeah. And I don't like to stand up and put on my vest. So I thought I could talk about it and blend in some pictures. I finished the Bifurca Vest right in time, and I'm not sure if I have told you in the last snippets that I've lengthened it. I think so, because I think I filmed before blocking, but I'm not that sure. So I lengthened the body a little bit longer and with the twisted rib, and then I cast it off, and then I blocked it, and so it was dry on the 24th, and we celebrated on the 25th, and so I thought I could wear it. I've worn it with a longer white blouse with an open neckline, so you will see on the picture, and with a black black pants, and my new Amarena bow. So I made a knitted bow. It's a pattern by Marie-Eve in her skein. If I've known that it's only a tube, I wouldn't have bought the pattern, I think so. But it was in the evening of the 25th, and I thought, oh, maybe I could finish it for tomorrow. And I really love Marie-Eve. I found her videos on YouTube recently, and her designs are stunning. So I thought it's no wasted money. It's very nice for her, and it's not that. So I think it was for something for. Sorry, I was a little bit irritated because there was a loop of yarn, I think, from the cats in my fabric. Yeah, but back to the Bifurca Vest. So now I'm ready, and I think I need. No. I won't talk about the measurements. I told you before, the construction is the same, but it looks very different to the vest before. I will blend you in a before and after picture, and or the old and the new one, and the plan was to make another kind of fit, and it definitely worked. I will take the measurements, but I will put them on my Ravelry page. So I think I know there are people who are interested in this stuff, but I'm not that interested in it. Besides, it's interesting for my project, and I don't think this is something interesting for anyone, because it's my body and it was my gauge issue before. So yeah, but I'm very happy, and I loved to wear it yesterday, and it looks very nice, and it doesn't feel that exciting like with other finished objects. I think because the look of it, I'm used to it. Now it sits nice, and that's very nice. So I haven't thought about it while wearing it over the evening. Sorry. And I think this is perfect. But when I've seen the pictures I've made for the finished object pictures, I wasn't that excited, because I have seen myself with this kind of pattern before. So with a roundup, I think this pattern is perfectly to make it to your body, but you have to go or to deep dive into it. There is a video in the pattern linked when you buy the pattern, where TT describes the whole construction. So I think when you're a little bit more of an experienced knitter, you should be able to modify it to your own body size or your own measurements. The pattern wasn't off before it was my gauge, but I think in this way I cropped it, and I made it tighter, and I lengthened it with some stockinette and then the ribbing. And so I've shown you before. The light. Maybe I need a camera and not only my phone. What is it? Yeah, you can see that under the pearl row I've made here, I worked some stockinette and then the ribbing. So that's a modification I did. And I would say that the instructions for the armholes are a little bit complicated. No, not complicated, but if I'm when I made this one the first time, I measured the measurements she asked for, but I forgot that because you're working the side panel sideways, the armhole gets very wide, so you have to make a short and wide armhole, I think mine is a little bit tighter now than the pattern recommended, but it fits very beautifully, and this is only something you have to have in mind while placing the armhole. And I definitely made a little bit more short rows to work the armhole. One reason is because I made this part smaller, so I haven't worked in the main color more with before I started the ribbing. I only worked the color work chart and one per bump row. Yeah, I think this is all. Oh, and I forgot about it, but I've seen while blocking that I have messed up something while casting off, because there is ribbing back a stitch, but the beginning of the round is somewhere else. So I think I have missed to pull a stitch over good enough, and I forgot to fix it before yesterday. So there's nothing big ribbed back, only 2 rows down, but I will do it today, because then I could put it in my closet. I am happy that you have take your time to watch me knit all the vest again, and I hope that this video will be a nice vlog and not only a snippets after snippets, because my editing skills with the new program are very low. But I made the first episode of my podcast with a new program, and it worked. I hope you have a good time, and we will see each other in the next kind of video. Thanks for watching.